Hi there, it's time to look at Pyth through the Wyckoff lens again. If you're new to my sessions, here are the 3 key items I'll cover during the session. So let's start with the weekly chart of Pyth. Here, Pyth, as you can see, is still going through another testing stage within the accumulation cycle. So for Pyth, it's a relatively young coin or young project. As you can see from the chart, there's not much history we can get. It's near the end of January 2024 was the start, and it has gone through a higher level accumulation back in 2024, a very quick distribution, and ended up to the current accumulation as of now. Over the course of past 4 to 6 weeks, it has been through a downtrend after the October 10th announcement. This week, with roughly 4 to 5 hours left, we're seeing a white candle. However, the volume is very low. It's not a bad thing that it has a low volume, as like taking a break from the previous drop. Alright, even the last 2 weeks, the volume has been declining. So that's, I would say, kind of a relieving sign that it's not going to go crazily further down as of now. Alright? It seems like the worst has been over. So the spring may or may not appear. So I'm going to take out the percentage and give everything to subsequent tests. So this is the test we're going through. We expect more tests between this white dashed line of around 7 cents 50, where the upside is around the 0.19 orange key level. It can go as high as to challenge the 0.26 yellow key level, like what it did back in late August. That was the very first sign of strength. We're expecting another sign of strength, so hopefully, this is where it starts. Alright, so the big picture, that's pretty much it before it re-enters the new distribution. These are the stages it has to go through. Let's take a look at the daily and see what we can find. I shared in previous session that the price is still trading along the weaker side of the downward channel. So the blue box, I call it interchangeably air hockey table or downward channel. Essentially, the price bounces around 3 lines: the ceiling, the bottom, as well as the center line. So when you look at this, it started bouncing off around the center line ever since mid-September. It has been doing this. What I hope is that we have seen the selling climax. So let me enlarge this further. So you see these bunch of very low volume bars. Let me drag it to the right hand side a little. Okay, now it should be clearer. So these bunch of volume bars is way lower than what we had back in the beginning of this month. Alright, so it's a good sign that we probably are seeing the selling climax in the daily time frame. Okay. Not saying that there's no chance for price to dig deeper. That's where the big guys, the whales, the composite man is going to test whether it's diamond hands holding Pyth or is it just weak hands holding. And they're going to do these kind of shakeout, trying to get most of the people out before they push the price up. I'll keep this to 25, while that one remains 75. Just want to double check so these guys align. Okay. I'll do 80-20. So still a lower chance to immediately go to the sign of strength. I'll explain in a minute. Just quickly align the charts so it doesn't read weird. So the reason of this test to continue is because the price has been still trading along the weaker side. This is the very first move, a good move, that it trades sideways. So essentially, what I hope to see is that it continues sideways towards this triangle. That's pointing to somewhere around the 3rd week of January. Alright, the breakout can happen sooner. Just that what I want to see is that even if it trades above, okay, if it bounces above to show us an automatic rally, okay, in the daily time frame, this is something that's expected to come. Alright, if the automatic rally is going to arrive after all these periods, then it can break out from this point, which points to near the end of the year or at the start of next year. Okay, so there are 2 breakout time points depending on where the next couple of days the price is going to head to. So just to recap over here, I know there are a couple of things I mentioned, and it may not be, well, it may be too much to absorb for a short period of time. First step, it has to move to the stronger side of the box, okay? This downward channel. Second, the decision chances that comes around the beginning of next year or the 3rd week of Jan next year, depending on where the price would be when we get closer to that. For that basically means it's a trend change confirmation. So even if it do sideways trading outside of this channel box, it's still a confirmation that the stun trend is over. Alright, that's at least a neutral to positive news. If it doesn't, if it still get rejected by these key levels like this one at around 0.093, 9 cents 30, and then come back down to the weaker half of the channel or stays within the channel, it's potentially going to retest the 0.048 level that's set by October 10th. Alright? So this is the pessimistic scenario. But from the volume, like I shared before, it has gone so low that it seems like people are not willing to sell. So the horizontal or sideways trading seems to be more likely. And that's why I'm putting this over here. Right? So that's the picture for Pyth for now. Let's hope for it to come sideways and best to come challenge the 0.19 orange key level or 0.26 yellow key level. Okay, thanks for joining me.